Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for joining us at Jackrabbit Illustrated tonight. We would like to mention that the following program contains the possibility of bad language, inappropriate comments, and hosts with the propensity to wander off topic. Those of us at Jackrabbit Illustrated would like to thank you for joining us and would like to thank our title sponsor, Kubota Dealers of South Dakota. With 9 dealerships across the great state of South Dakota, with all the equipment you may need for your home, acreage, or farming operation, there's always a Kubota dealer ready to provide you with the parts, service, and sales you need. Now, with that out of the way, let's get to what you came for.
Scared money don't make money, right?
That's right, folks. Scared money don't make money. The spin-off show from the B Team with Ben and Brendan making their picks against the spread just like old times, with the addition of Alex Kenkel and his computer model that is featured weekly on JackrabbitIllustrated.com. As usual, the B Team and all Jackrabbit Illustrated podcasts are live on the Jackrabbit Illustrated Facebook and Twitter pages, along with being live on the FCS Fans Nation YouTube channel. Also, if you don't catch us live, be sure to tune in on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, or any major podcast outlet in between.
Scared Money Don't Make Money is thrilled to have their show sponsor be Cubby's Sports Bar and Grill in downtown Brookings. With the best beer and food in town and more TVs than wall space, Cubby Sports Bar and Grill is your Jackrabbit headquarters to watch any game, home or away. The B Team is also thrilled to announce their segment sponsor, Blue Tide Car Wash of Brookings, Mitchell, Sioux Falls, and now Hartford, as well as all the other get-and-go locations in South Dakota.
Our second segment sponsor is Hadrick Ranch. For the best beef you've ever tasted, go to hadrickranch.com. They'll ship it to you. And lastly, thank you to our segment sponsor, Innovative Engineering Solutions. Contact them for all your HVAC, plumbing, fire protection, automated control systems, and energy conservation needs. I'm Batman. Or Dracula. Or both. I'm Bat Dracula Man.
You edited the end again.
Hopefully that just becomes a running gag.
Plus, I changed it's not going to because it takes way too long, but I had to get in there and change the graphic for Kubota. So I was in there messing with it and figured I'd clean up the reads for Hadrick Ranch and Innovative Engineering. So,
or both. You know, speaking of Hadrick Ranch, and I know, they're just segment sponsored, not the title sponsor. However, Hadrick's Ranch beef is at the county fair in Del Rapids. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah, their hamburgers in there. I just saw it today. Took a picture. Yeah, I was picking up some biscuits, and I walked by one of the freezers, and there's a bunch of Hadrick Ranch hamburger in there. So keep them eyes open when you're at the grocery store. You might run across some prime Hadrick Ranch hamburger to get yourself hooked up.
Love it. Love it, yeah. But our show sponsor, as Brendan mentioned in the intro, Cubby's Sports Bar and Grill. Thank you very much. Let's get right into it. Let's go ahead and recap. We're gonna get done.
Ben shooting for 30-45 minutes tonight, so I'm gonna give him my 30-45 minutes.
Yeah, 45 max, 30 be great. Let's see how close we can get. All right. First up, we had UND taking care of Portland State, covering just barely. We all had UND. The model had Portland State, but that's one of the only ones the model lost. The model went 7-3. We all went 6-4. We had SLU taking down Murray State easily. Lamar with the upset over USD. I suppose we can comment on this one. Lamar 20-13 over USD. Where did Alex go?
Alex is gone. We lost him. He's been having some technical difficulties. I'm wondering if he's restarting his computer to do the thing.
See, Ariel wants 30 minutes too. Let's make her happy.
Sure.
All right. But anyway, big surprise with USD losing to Lamar. They're in a bit of trouble now. I mean, they'll probably be okay, but you lose a game like that and then you drop 2 or 3 in Valley play, and you start to get in bubble territory. So, yeah, we'll see how their season progresses.
If Charles Pierre doesn't play, they might end up only having one of their captains from the start of the year here playing still, and that'll be Bauman. So 3 major contributors down facing, and you should win. It's Northern Colorado. I know they were close to Colorado State, but Colorado State's not I mean, yeah, they I don't know. I'm not super impressed with Northern Colorado, but if I'm a USD fan, yeah, I got alarm bells ringing. That's not even close to what their season expectations were. And yes, Johnny Banks says the black helmets and uniforms this week are fire. Love the new unis; those are sick.
I do too.
They cast the bad. They removed the bad juju from the prior ones.
I think they look better than the old black ones.
Yes, I think they look. I actually really liked the old black ones, the tops in particular, but I think these are better blackout jerseys, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. I know Alex doesn't love the script because everybody else is doing it, but sometimes you just got to join in on the fun.
It's fine. It looks good. It looks good.
It's fun.
It looks good. It's annoying because it's after everybody else, but it looks good. Who cares?
Yeah,
so.
I like it. All right. Then we had Illinois State taking care of Morehead State pretty easily, covering Youngstown State to the behest of Brendan. Whooped up on Robert Morris and covered easy. See my tweeted out video for Brendan's rant and
They're my nemesis.
Score. We had Indiana State with a pretty big win, 38-14 over Eastern Illinois. They were actually dogs in that one, so good for them. We'll see just how good Eastern Illinois is. They play another Valley opponent this week. NDSU whooped up on Tennessee State 59-3. That's a lot of points. I didn't even look at the stats on that one. Was it did they only play Cole Payton or did they get multiple quarterbacks in that one?
I didn't even bother watching much past the first half.
Cole Payton was 13-16. Hayes was 2-6, and then another guy was 1-1. But looks like they didn't have to do. I don't know. It's kind of weird looking at their yards. It doesn't look like they should have scored that many touchdowns, but I'm guessing there was a bunch of turnovers. But
which game are you talking about?
NDSU, Tennessee State, and how they won by that much.
Oh yeah, Tennessee State was bad, sloppy. Eddie George and all the players left, so that team's gonna be back to being bad like they were before he got there 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Wyoming took care of UNI 31-7 and covered. Purdue beat Southern Illinois 34-17 and covered, and then SDSU beat Montana State 30-24, but did not cover. Montana State covered. With that, like I said, we all went 6-4. The model went 7-3. Overall, I'm 12-8. Model's 14-6 in the lead, and you guys are sitting at the bottom at 10-10.
The model's on fire. I'm within striking distance of Ben, and I'm tied for last place, so I'm cool with it.
Overall, with everybody being above 50-50, that's pretty good. Picking every game against spread.
See how we end. It takes 1 week for that to change horrifically.
It does. Really. For this week, though. Oh, sorry.
You're fine.
For this week, though, is exciting. This will be our first week of doing the Bettor's Den lines. So we've got actual sports lines, which I'm excited about. Compared them to Reddit, and they were pretty comparable, but I like the Bettor's Den ones better. So
poor Alex is going to have an aneurysm if this keeps up.
He was already flustered.
He's going to lose his mind if this keeps up.
We're gonna see.
What are you running this on Windows 98 or what here, buddy?
No, so there was a old Windows 10 update that did not agree with my computer, and so I was struggling through that last night, and so I uninstalled it and installed Windows 11 because I need to anyhow, and now I'm finding all the shit that's wrong with my Windows. Money in the storage drawer. Finding all the stuff that's wrong with my Windows 11 stuff live on air because it's the first time I've turned my computer on today. Which was poor planning on my part. But
so, Jim, the blinking light, I have no fix at the moment. I have a remote for it somewhere, but I'm not going to look for it right now.
I think he said he likes it.
Yeah, he likes the blinking light. Right. My power blipped for some reason today. and reset all my electronics. So that's why that's
Yeah, well,
they're all on
I don't-
all on flash right now. If that was a little
Jeez,
lower,
you
I'd
got-
love to have those. But yeah, it's a dance party down here.
I like it.
So
I like it.
I
Well,
can call this the Wilson cam.
I don't work for your power provider anymore, so you can't blame me.
I know, it bumps me out. I would have been able to complain to you about it, but
Well, technically, I work for the power provider that provides power to your power provider. But anyway,
yes.
Before we get too far, should I do JIAI now or later?
Traditionally, we do it in the middle, but
Told him to use my laptop.
Look, I'm. There's a tone to these. That's insightful.
We're gonna. This is like. And look, Alex.
How do you continue into the show?
Oh gosh, for those that can't see, Alex's wife Beth is trying to provide help, or I don't know.
She tried to provide
ribbon.
help, and then Alex said no, and it's a bit of a tiff. Apparently, so she's giving him shit for it.
I'm loving it. All right. Well,
30-minute show.
While Alex, do you need time to pull up your model still?
no, it's up. It's going. That's what I restarted for, is to get that all cleaned out. My Excel startup settings are all good now.
Well, that's good.
Chad's producing from
I know he is.
From home. Is there? I don't know, Chad. There might be. No,
Ben, what's our
no.
segment sponsor?
Well, I know our segment sponsor for JAI, but it's not happening yet.
JII.
Well, I don't know who's our recap sponsor that we just did.
The recap sponsor would be
Hadrick Ranch?
Blue Tide Car Wash. Locations.
No, that's JIAI.
Well, then I'll pick
It's
another
either
one.
Hadrick Ranch or
Innovative Engineering.
Hadrick Ranch.
Innovative Engineering.
We
Thank
talked
you. I
about
was on
Hadrick
tip of my
Ranch,
tongue.
so we'll go with Hadrick Ranch again, though, because I'm making their brisket. So
Yeah, excited about that.
yeah.
Troy was so excited he clipped it and put it out on Twitter. Love that.
Yes, that was cool. Yep,
Yeah, so thank you to Hadrick Ranch. Best beef around for sure.
the best. I'm so excited to do this brisket. And I will be a pissy little princess if I mess it up. So,
Well, mine's going to be better than yours, so just be prepared to be pissed then.
You're making a brisket too, or what? We having a brisket.
I got to
going on?
clear it with Max that he's willing, because I don't actually have my own smoker. I got to clear it with Max that he's good to smoke it, but I have one in the rub ready. So,
Okay.
Ooh, brisket cook-off.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Let's do this. I want to cook off. Yeah. What are we putting on this?
you can have a blind taste test. I don't care.
Absolutely. Well, yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. I'm so excited. Let's do this.
We should. Are you using Hadrick beef for it or no?
Am I contractually allowed to say otherwise?
No. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
always.
I bought a half a steer from a friend of mine down by
wow.
Lake Andes before the Hadrick sponsorship this year. So does the brisket off that steer.
Yeah.
I've had it earmarked for tailgating since then.
I mean, if you think it can compete with Hadrick Ranch, then by all means.
I not trying to disparage my buddy because he
We
takes
should
care
have-
of me and it's good stuff too. But I if it's anything like the ribeye to ribeye comparison, it's not the same quality. I will
Let's say we
freely
should have
admit that.
we should have Troy come and test them and see if he can tell which one's his.
That would be fun.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
There's layers to this now. All right. This is
We
Second.
shall set that
oh
up.
my God.
Contingent upon Max, or I guess
Contingent
I can
my
always-
ass. I'll give you my grill and I'll give you my tailgater to use. I'm bringing it up anyways this week.
well,
Mhm.
when though? Because I do like a 12-hour minimum.
Friday.
Oh,
Or
okay.
Thursday or Friday, I'm bringing it up.
Yeah, or I could take it to Mayhem's house too. I think he has one. So
He does.
Anyhow,
Will your generator be able to handle 2 smokers? I hope so. It's basically 2 computer fans once they start.
Yeah, they don't take a whole lot.
And an auger. There's like no amperage to those things at all besides the heating element for a second.
Once the fire gets going. All right. Well, now that we're done with the beef talk, let's get to...
It is the beef bowl.
You're right. It is the beef bowl.
It is the beef bowl. Yeah.
It is a good time to talk about that. But what we'll do now is show the JIAI segment brought to you by Blue Tide Car Wash. New location in Hartford. Check that out. They got it also in Mitchell and Sioux Falls and where's the other one?
Brookings, Hartford, and Mitchell. Sioux Falls.
Brookings. Yep.
They've got a really sick one down off of 57th. That like the get and go was built into the car wash because it's the big tunnel car wash, so it's more car wash than it is get and go. It's pretty sweet.
That is really cool.
And I think it's one of the ones you can watch your car go through if you wanted to, but I'm not sure. You might ride it through. I'm not certain.
I like it. So yeah, first up we got Coach Vegan here. Worried about going to Brookings or Fargo in the semis again, because Brandon was talking about the poll implications, but the real implications I think are going to be when it comes seeding time. If it comes down to a head-to-head, I think that'll make a big difference.
Well,
implication.
So both marker teams win out, other than the marker, obviously, and Tarleton wins out. They're going to the winner of the marker game in the semis. So,
right,
even if they win out.
I agree. We had the Gold Rush game. We had
So that's supposed to be Lofton Ogrovsky.
Lofton Ogrovsky, yep.
In gold.
I love gold. We had... I got to figure out a better way to bring these up because it's kind of a hassle.
Clunky mess?
A little bit. Ogrovsky again catching the... I don't know where the ball is, but he's getting ready to catch the one-arm touchdown over the defender. Which
did anyone else listen to Samuel Kem this week? What did his buddy Keenan call him? He had a really good nickname. Oh, Ogrovsky.
Ogrovsky. I like it.
I'm pretty sure he's got 5 fingers, though, instead of 3, with the way he was catching that ball. But I did love watching the replay. I loved how the defender definitely was pulling on. He almost pulled Ogrovsky's jersey off, and then he was like looking for offensive pass interference. So
the hand fighting was equal there, especially in that situation.
Sure.
You're not getting a call for 50-50 hand fighting.
No way. Next up, we had. I made a video about it, but we had Brendan.
Holy copium, Ron!
What's that? What did he say? I didn't see it.
Vegan shouldn't be worried. He has the better team. He just needs to improve as a coach.
Okay, we'll just move on from that.
Harder, buddy.
We have Brendan upset with the Penguins again.
Oh, I meant to send you guys something, but I'll just show my camera super budget here. Ben, can you care to read that page out of my 1.5-year-old's book I was reading to him over this afternoon?
You're going to have to read it for us.
It's all about how fluffy penguin chicks are. It said they have soft feathers that are gray.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Well,
that's a good animal fact. We need the zoo to sponsor us so we can do animal facts every time.
We have Alex out in the public here just trying to get by, but the paparazzi's after him.
He's a model.
Got my marker t-shirt on. And
it does. That's pretty good.
May have pulled it from Facebook. And lastly, we had, man, this is clunky. We had...
You have to make him into a slideshow and then add the slideshow.
Yeah, I normally do that, but I didn't have time.
It's Lamar stomping the Coyotes.
My comment from last week that I may have gotten in trouble from the Podfather for saying.
Yeah, we'll just not say that one this time. But yes, Kendrick Lamar stomping the Coyotes. Gotta love that.
I love how the Coyote has 3 years.
It did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Which explains how sensitive they are anytime anybody says something about them.
It does.
Perfect.
That's how you end up with the mayor of Vermilion on your show.
Right. That was the GIAI segment sponsored by Blue Tide Car Wash. Next up, we've got the pick segment brought to you by Innovative Engineering. Go to them for all your engineering needs, HVAC, and energy efficiency, automation. I'm sure they can do anything engineering related. So thank you to Innovative Engineering. All right. With that, let's get into it. We've got a FBS game. This one's on Friday night. Indiana State goes to Indiana, and Indiana's favored by a whopping 47.5.
Oh.
Which I don't know. I don't know how good Indiana is this year, but man, that's a lot of points.
I don't think as good as last year, but they are ranked top 25, top 20. They're right in that range right now.
Yeah. So
yeah.
What
does the model have to say about this one?
What did you say the line was? I'm pulling to Brendan. I apologize.
47.5.
So the model says Hoosiers, but by 39.5. So it is going to take the trees to cover. And I'll probably regret it, but I'll agree. They looked good last week. Elijah Owens had a good game against what I still think is going to be a decent Indiana State team relative to their normal success anyhow. I mean, they're going to be 3 to 4 wins again. But that's 47's a lot. That's like, we always talk about on the show. Like you almost have to actively choose to cover at 47.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I'll take Indiana State here. I just looked. Indiana did beat Kennesaw State by 47 last week, 56-9. So not unheard of for them, but I'll trust Indiana State to keep it closer than 47.5.
I'm going to go ahead and take Indiana here.
Wow.
So many points, but like Seth Meyer pointed out and Kevin Marshall pointed out, Signetti's a dick. He also is the one who made waves because he said we're scheduling like an SEC program, and he absolutely is the type of coach to run it up so it looks good. And Indiana State, while if this was any other FBS team, I would take the cover 47 in a heartbeat. And they're going to play their tails off. They are a team you can blow up if you're in Indiana.
This is a trophy game.
Oh, yeah. So I'm going to roll the dice and take Indiana, counting on Signetti being a dick. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to go with.
I can't remember what the trophy is called, but it is a trophy game. I just remembered that. Sorry, squirrel.
While you're looking that up, we got Illinois State going to Eastern Illinois. Another interstate game there. And Illinois State is favored by 13.5 on the road. And with the way Eastern Illinois looked against Indiana State last week, I will take Illinois State here pretty easily.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm going to take Illinois State to cover on the road with this one just because unless Indiana State is surprisingly better than us, better than we thought is what I meant to say, then I think Illinois State should cover this easily.
What did you say the line was? I was wrong. Jim's
13.5.
13.5. It's the old Oaken bucket, and it's actually with Purdue, not Indiana.
State.
Or no, okay, sorry. That's what I was reading. It is the old Oaken bucket. It's between all three schools, so whoever has it, and I believe Indiana has it now, so technically it will be on the line. I was right. Anyhow, back to what we're doing. Said
Could you
12 and a
imagine
half.
if Indiana State wins and then just never schedules those two again?
So they did back in like 2011 and held it hostage for a couple years until Purdue won it. That's what I was remembering, is like they had it just sitting there for a while because they don't play them super regularly. So they did upset Indiana, like I said, back in like 2007, 2011, somewhere in there. So they hung on to it for a few years until they played Purdue. In fact, I even think that was like 2 years ago they finally got it back in the FBS schools. Anyhow, 12 and a half.
13
The
and a half.
model is 13
and a half.
The model says Redbirds by 11 and a half, so it is going to take the Panthers to cover, and I'll disagree. Unless, like Brendan said, the gap between Indiana State and Illinois State is a lot closer than we think it is. I like Illinois State to win this one by 14 plus pretty easily.
Agreed. Next up, we got Murray State going to Georgia State. Georgia State's coming off of a couple FBS games, lost to Ole Miss 60-37, Memphis 38-16, but they are favored by 23 in this one against Murray State, which seems like a lot, but it is Murray State.
It is Murray State, but as we saw last week, Murray State can put up points.
They put up 24 last week.
Yeah,
And 17 the week before.
Yeah, so food for thought.
Model says Georgia State by 24 and a half, so it's going to take Georgia State to cover. And I'll agree. Yeah, Georgia State's not a good FBS team. They're a middle to back of the pack Sun Belt team, but the Sun Belt's a lot better than when everyone used to make fun of it several years ago. The CUSA and MAC are both below it now. And I think Murray State's a bad FCS team, so ergo a mediocre FBS team should still hang 24 plus on them pretty easy.
The Georgia State money droppers. If I remember correctly, back when they jumped to FBS, they had a promotion where fans got to go on the field after the game and they dropped money from the ceiling of the stadium for them to collect.
Oh, and they're back when they had their own, because they have their own stadium now.
Yeah.
But they were playing in the Falcon Stadium at the time.
Yeah, and nobody shows up for their games, like nobody.
By the way, thank you, Seth. I was thinking at Georgia State was FCS, but they are FBS.
No,
Yeah.
they are.
That's my bad. My bad, Georgia State.
Yep, but I will take Georgia State to cover. It's 23 and a half, right? Just for my own records.
23.
23.
Also,
yeah,
you have access to the spreadsheet now, so
yeah, but the spreadsheet just has the picks on it.
it also has the spreads.
Where? Doesn't have the games on it.
What are you? Have you
Here,
ever heard of
I'm
tabs
gonna
on a
show
spreadsheet?
you. I'm going to show you. We're going to do this live. This is because this is
Settle this argument.
We're going to settle this. There you go. That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, that's great. So on the bottom
Where's-
of your screen,
Click week 3, Brendan.
Oh, there it is. I don't deal in spreadsheets. in my
Today's Excel lesson brought to you by.
job. Okay, cool. All right, neat.
neato.
I just think it's neat.
All right,
Would you
I will
look at
take.
that? Would you
I'll
just
take
look at it?
Georgia State as well. Georgia State across the board, right?
Yes.
All right. Next up, we've got Southern Illinois. They are 3-point favorites at Tennessee Martin. Who wants to go first?
Yeah, why are you giving me crap? Alex has a spreadsheet too, and he's asked for the spread twice now.
Well, you're keeping track. That's an extra level of double work.
Yeah. Well, just making sure. You don't have your pick in for the Georgia State game.
Yeah, I said I'd take Georgia State. We got Georgia State across the board.
He's going to watch that thing like a hawk now.
Beth's making fun of you. She's
Ah.
stop it. Brendan doesn't know tabs.
I didn't look at the bottom. I guess I don't know. It is what it is. Tennessee Martin and Southern Illinois. It's only a 3-point game.
Yeah, Southern Illinois is favored by 3.
Yeah, Tennessee Martin is usually underrated. To be honest, I think they're getting respect here. I still have a fair amount of faith in Southern Illinois. They didn't, they weren't good. They weren't awesome against Purdue, but I still think they're a really good team. And if they're what I think they're going to be, then they should win this game. And I would expect they win by a touchdown. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Sock Lukey's in this one.
Yeah, I will as well. I mean, Tennessee Martin, they are FCS, but they did also just play 2 FBS teams in UTEP and Oklahoma State. Lost both of those by quite a bit. I was trying to look. Yeah, UTEP was only favored by 7.5, but they beat Tennessee Martin 42-17. So I will take Southern Illinois here. I got confidence in them. It's a nice small spread.
Model says UT Martin by 0.5 of a point.
Holy.
So it is
half
going to take
of a tenth.
So it's going to take not just the points, but it says throw some money line out there. I think that's really bad advice. I think Southern Illinois covers -3 pretty easily for the same reasons you guys pointed out. UT Martin's going to be pretty wore out physically after 2 FBS games. And as Chad's saying, DJ Williams is just such an X factor. There's going to be very few teams at this level that can, really contain him. The best you're going to hope to do is limit him. He's just such a freak athlete.
Yeah. We're going to either lose some ground or gain some ground in the model. We got a couple where we're all on one side, the model's on the other side. Next up, we've got the Remember the Old Glory Days game. A couple programs that are down in the dumps. Eastern Washington goes to UNI, and UNI is favored by 3.5 at home.
I hate this. I hate all of it. I don't know how I feel about either of these teams, really. UNI did not look great in the first half of their game, and came out won by a fair amount. Eastern Washington got beat down in Incarnate Word by a fair amount. But is Incarnate Word good and they just slipped up against Nichols? Or, from all reports from our friends who were at that game, neither team's very good. But I don't think UNI's very good either. So I guess I'm just going to go with the home team. I hate that it's 3.5, but I guess I'll go with UNI, and I'm going to hate myself for it.
Seth Meyer says, as Scott Van Pelt would say, as people know on the show, myself and Seth, big Scott Van Pelt fans. If you're actually betting on this game, you may have a problem. Yes, unless you are like a huge UNI or Eastern Washington fan and you are putting real life currency on this game, please call the number.
Find out.
The number's everywhere you bet. Like everywhere you're going to put that bet at, it's right there. So just use it.
With that said, the model has the UNI fighting Purple Panthers by 4.2, so it will take the Panthers to cover. And I just don't know. UNI has not looked good. Eastern Washington has not looked good. Yeah, this is just such a terrible game to try to pick because
that's such a comfort that I know the model picked the same way as I did in this game.
Can't lose any ground.
I'm gonna pick UNI based off no actual reasoning other than Unidome voodoo. I mean, I'm not gonna act like, this team has this schematic or this athletic advantage over the other team. So
yeah, I have no idea where to go, but I'll trust the home team. I'll take UNI. Next up, we got an interesting one. Northern Colorado goes to USD, Reeling USD. They're favored by 14.5 at home.
That's a tough line. The model Model has the Trash Puppies by 21.8, so it will take the Oaks, and I kind of feel like that's going to happen, just because UNC does not know how to win. They're a program that finds ways to lose games. When you lose 11 games a season, that's not like, oh, we're unlucky or we're bad at this. It's just you know how to lose games. That's a very real thing. And USD is going to have something to prove after getting upset this week. I think Northern Colorado is going to be so emotionally drained after their near upset. And, I don't know what the replay official saw. As a member of the Brotherhood of Officials, I'll leave it at that. To overturn that last call. I think USD is gonna pile it on them. And if you're gonna have a whiteout game, you should check with the other team first. Like, I hate to say it, NDSU did, because they're also having a whiteout this weekend.
Right.
And shocker, SEMO okayed it because they let them know further enough in advance. I asked Borg, I commented on Borg's tweet. I said, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt, whatever. But the more I thought about it, it's like, the only reason I could see them really denying that is that, they didn't give enough. Like, they told them something about it like Monday, Tuesday of this week. And the USD's admin's silence on it, I think, is very telling, because we know their athletic director loves to run his mouth a little bit. And so the fact he hasn't kind of tells you they maybe screwed up and forgot to relay that information. Purely speculative, but.
Yeah, I don't know if run his mouth is the right terminology, but he's not. It's not something I feel like he'd be quiet on if he felt they were getting wronged.
Well,
and
maybe not run his mouth, but look at his reaction to Portland State last year, and then look at him going after Luke Wood when Luke Wood made his comments about
That's what I'm
USD.
saying is, like, when he feels someone's wronged them, then he's not afraid to let him know publicly. And
he hasn't said anything.
He hasn't said a word. So I do tend to wonder with you, like, ooh, did we make a mistake? And whoopsie poopsie. But that is one of the dangers of doing a whiteout, I guess, that I never even thought about, was, as I have been a proponent of a whiteout for a while.
It happened with Tulane and Northwestern last year, but that was a little different because Northwestern. No, that was last year.
No, it was. I saw all the articles about it this year because they were because Tulane was going to wear them because it was their Katrina anniversary jerseys, because they used to wear those at home back then, and so they're going to wear those.
And Northwestern didn't
Northwestern denied
it in the afternoon in the Bayou. Understandable,
right? So, it's understandable on the game, however, because we're over 30 minutes.
Yep.
On the game, my heart wants to take Northern Colorado because it'd be funny, but I think the reality is that Northern Colorado versus Colorado State is a red herring game for them. It was an in-state FBS game. Every one of those guys played out of their minds. They've been terrible forever, so there's nothing to tell me they're going to be able to handle the mental and emotional letdown from that. Plus, USD, even if they aren't great, hypothetically, if they aren't great, they're still going to be pissed off about last week. Aiden Bauman's going to be coming out with something to prove after having a tough game. You add the white jerseys onto it. USD's fault or no, the team's going to be pissed off. The 30 fans that are there are going to be louder than normal. So it'll almost sound like a football game. And whoops, shade. So I'm going to take USD to cover this. I think they win going away because they're out to prove a point, and they're going to stomp a mud hole in them even if Pierre can't play. So
Yeah, I think this is a get-right game for USD, and I think they utilize it, and they win by 20 or so. Plus, I mean, who knows how good Colorado State is, so it's hard to put too much stock into that one for Northern Colorado.
Right.
Just maybe you guys covered it in the Lamar recap, so stop me. But anyone else listen to Johansson's media availability this week?
His availability or his interview with John Gaskins?
I don't remember which it was on. But they asked him about Pierre's status for this week, and he tried to play it off like it wasn't a big deal. Like, oh, we were just holding him out precautionary and make sure
that was interesting.
It's like, but you were in a tight ball game. Why would you hold your second best player out of the football game? That math wasn't mathing to me personally, but
yeah, that was my first thought too when I heard that was it was precautionary, and that says one of two things: either it's worse than you're letting on, which coaches game that all the time. They do that all the time with injuries. We've done it. It's
and I'm not dogging him for it. Don't take it.
No. I'm just saying. I'm not dogging on you about that either. But it's either he is injured more than he's saying, or they have that much of concern about losing him that they didn't want to risk losing him for the rest of the season. And that could also speak volumes. I'm tending to lean towards the former more than the latter, but who knows? Maybe he plays this week and he rushes for 800 yards. And, scores 37 touchdowns, and we're wrong. That's entirely possible. But
we're never wrong on this show. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, right. I've never been wrong. I was wrong once. I bought a pencil with an eraser.
Good one. Just steal that.
That's an old dad joke there. My dad loved telling all that all the time. Yeah, Seth Coach says USD will find a win this weekend, or the dome might implode. If they do lose this weekend, you could just kiss the season goodbye. Honestly, if you're losing to Northern Colorado after Lamar on your home opener, that is a doomsday Armageddon situation for that program. I don't see it happening.
Then assuming they beat Drake at that point, they would have to go 7-1 in Valley play to make the playoffs.
Yeah,
that's rough.
That's not happening. If you're losing to Northern Colorado at home, you're not making the playoffs. Like, that's the end of that story there.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell, with a loss, how much would it hurt them? I mean, there's so much apathy with their fan base anyway. Like, I texted one of my buddies who he went to USD. He's not a huge fan, I guess, but I was like, "Oh no, USD," and he goes, "Oh well."
Ceiling fan, Johnny. I like to be cool down here. I was trying to make sure my head's in the way, but then I move my head when I talk, and you can see it again.
Oh yeah, Johnny was commenting on Alex's strobe light there, but
yeah.
But anyway, yeah, USD just I don't know. They're so apathetic. I don't know how much they would care. But moving on from that. We've got SEMO going to NDSU. NDSU's favored by 31.5 at home.
It's not enough. It's not enough points. I'll take NDSU. That's the end of that. That's my analysis.
I don't know. I like SEMO. I've always liked SEMO. I think they're a good program. They're well coached. The model says the Bison by 27.2, so it's going to take SEMO. And I don't know. I'll agree. I don't think it's going to be close. I just don't think it'll be that bad, if that makes sense. I think SEMO will present enough of a fight that NDSU won't just be playing basketball on AstroTurf like they have the last 2 weeks. They'll run the ball a little bit more, and that'll take some time off the clock, and that'll stop the margin from getting that high.
Yeah, 31.5 is a lot, but I'm gonna. I gotta go SEMO. I was thinking NDSU, but I think that's too many points. I think NDSU wins by like Seth Meyer says here, 27 or so. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Kirby's asking if I missed another bad appearance. I bet no, that was a one-time deal.
Listen here, Kirby.
What's funny though is I was just clearing out some browser tabs, and one of them was bat cutout template from that. So that's good. All right.
This will be a banner week for me if I'm right. If I'm wrong, this is going to put me in a hole.
It's a big hole.
Right. Next up, we've got UND going to Montana. Montana's favored by 3 at home.
I am going to take the Fighting Hawks. It is an early season game. The Grizz are it appears like, yeah, they ran the ball a bunch on a D2 team, but they weren't super successful through the air. And so it appears they're starting off with quarterback troubles again. And at 3 points, it's kind of a pick 'em. So I'm going to throw, and this is ballsy, but because it's UND on the road, and I don't think I've ever done this before, but I'm going to pick UND on the road. That's my faith in their new coaching staff.
So the model says Grizz by 4. So it will take Montana to cover. And this is so tough. As Kevin says, I don't like Ayat. I never been impressed with him. I know he's a legacy, and I know he's Bobby's best friend, but I don't believe in him personally. You don't know anything about Montana after that game last week, right? I mean,
right.
It's all preseason prognostication. They slapped around a mediocre D2 team.
Yep.
Yeah. 80% of the FCS should have done that. But on the same side, UND, they're getting some height from the almost upset in Kansas State and Manhattan, which I get, but that doesn't look that good anymore.
Right.
Last week, I thought they played fairly well. I'll give them that. I'm talking because I can't make up my mind in case you couldn't tell. I guess
they gave up 221 rushing yards.
I guess to be cliche, that's the other thing I was going to write about this week, and by the numbers, but spoiler. Do you know who the leading rusher for UND is? Kaminsky. Do you know who their leading receiver is?
Better not be Kaminsky.
Their running back. So they've got stuff all flip-flopped around. But that said, I think Kaminsky's going to have a better command of the UND offense than Ayat will have of the Grizz offense, and I think that's the difference.
I would say, go ahead.
UND.
Okay.
Oh,
I was going to say he didn't commit. No,
Yes.
we're not going to let him.
UND.
I knew where he was going. I'll take UND as well. I think it's tough because, like you said, it's UND on the road. It's Montana early season, but I'll trust UND to get the win here. Next up, we've got Youngstown State going to Michigan State, and Youngstown State's a 24.5-point dog.
I think you're up, Ben.
I can go. I think I'll take Youngstown State here. I think they'll do enough to cover 24.5.
I'm going to go with Michigan State because F the Penguins.
Well, now I'm guaranteed to win.
I've come to the conclusion that Youngstown State is like when I get dealt 15 in blackjack. Like I'm going to have to either hit, I'm going to bust. If I stay, the dealer hits 21 or 19, or the dealer hits 17 and beats me.
Dealer has 12 and hits a 5.
Right, and it's like smother. So
would have
like,
been your 20 card.
Right, exactly. It's like I got to hit every time, or I got to stay every time. Like I can't do both and jump around. So go Michigan, go Sparty.
Oops, sorry.
So Zach McKinnell is smarter than me when it comes to all things FCS football.
He has been.
I want to make that explicitly known. But he says Bo Brungard's been playing out of his mind. He has, but when you're going to play a Big Ten school and your quarterback is your leading rusher by almost double, that's going to be a problem. If for the sake of their season, they cannot run Bo Brungard 20 to 30 times this game like they have the last 2 weeks.
Right.
And that's why
You're going to get ripped in half.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead of the model, but that's why I'm going to take Michigan State, just because if Doug Phillips is a great guy, good coach, he's going to have some sense of self-preservation. He's not going to run Brungard enough to keep what they have to keep it close based on what their offense has looked like the first 2 weeks here. Model's also going to take Spartans. Model says Michigan State by 24.3.
Oh, the line's 24.5.
Oh, yeah. So it's just barely going to take Youngstown State.
I'm going to get – this is going to be the week that kills me or wins this for me, because I'm way different than everybody this week, and I'm concerned. I don't like it.
Alex, you took Youngstown State as well?
No, I took Michigan State.
Oh, you took Michigan State.
That their offense has been Bo Brungard scrambles and quarterback power. They are not going to do that against Michigan State. I'm sorry. And if they are, they're stupid.
All right. Last but not least, we've got Drake coming to SDSU. And this line is higher than I thought it was going to be. SDSU by 34.
Ooh.
But
listen,
I'll start out here since I didn't go first very often. I'll take SDSU to cover. I think that we've got some things to work out on the offense. Not that they've looked bad, but obviously there's room for improvement. And I think that we're not going to hold back. I think we're going to keep guys in for a while, get some receivers going, get some running backs going, get some confidence with Chase Mason, get some cohesiveness on the line. So, yeah, I think SDSU keeps the foot on the pedal for a while and covers 34.
Model says Jackrabbits by 35. It's going to take him to cover, and I couldn't have put it better myself, Ben. I think we're going to keep the ones in enough to work on some stuff offensively that we're gonna get in Culver's Butterburger territory on this one, I think.
Yeah, we haven't seen Coach Jackson in a game like this, and
what's his personality?
We've said over and over these sort of lines. It depends on the coach's personality. Mm-hmm. On top of what you guys said, the other thing is, I think with the even if it's in hand at half or third quarter where they could put the backups in, I think they're going to keep playing those guys. I don't think they're going to be doing a bunch of run plays like with Marble in there as backup. I think they're going to want to get those guys some reps in the regular offense as well, which could lead to some points. I think they're going to want to get Chase going, get him in a rhythm. That's what you're kind of hoping for out of these next two games. So I'm going to take SDSU to cover.
Alrighty, across the board, we got confidence in SDSU. I like it, which is rare with that high of a spread. A rare cover pick by Brendan.
Yeah, I don't do it often. Jim Poppin does mention, how about a huge congrats and thank you to Slade Larscheid for being hired as the AD at Ohio. Yeah, congratulations. Cool. Thank you for everything you did at SDSU. He was a great dude to have around here. We've seen a bunch of we talk about the Stig coaching tree. Justin Sell has quite the own.
He's got what? He's 4 athletic directors out there in Division I now, 2 at FBS schools.
At least 3. Costello, and then at Indiana State, and then Ohio. It was Larscheid, and then who's the other FBS school when you were thinking? Who's the FBS one you were thinking of?
I'm totally drawing a blank now. I could be making stuff up.
3, possibly 4, possibly you. So
you.
But yeah, so that's awesome. Congratulations to Slade. SDSU, you can go anywhere from here, even Athens, Ohio.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's maybe a stepping stone for him. I think he's got big things ahead.
So, beyond that.
Yeah, go to Wooden Legs on Saturday, pick up some garage time. I didn't know, is this the Wooden Legs, Seth?
Yes.
No.
Jim mentioned.
Yes.
He switched from his Facebook to his YouTube mid-show.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, well, head down to Wooden Legs for some fan cakes. What?
Reese said, "Oh wow, how did you get this only 30 minutes?"
Hey, I want to be on record. I did my very best to be short on everything.
Once we're out of conference play, it gets easier because there's only 6 games to recap and we lost a team. 5 games to recap, 5 games to pick. But when you have 10 games, it gets a little tough for the out of conference.
I agree. We're gonna do our best.
That's why he's been on us so bad about half an hour.
No, it's not. I also want to be done.
Ben doesn't like doing this, people. He's just
all right. As Jim says, as we always say, go big, go blue,
go Jacks.
Go Jacks.